Hey folks, happy Tuesday. It's been a great day so far in the triple Qs. I want to go over what's been happening, but the most important thing to note is once again, it's important to wait for it to come to you, right? You don't want to go and force it. You don't want to think about what you think should happen in the market, what you think is going to happen in the market. This is all about what is, not what should be. So today has been, I'm going to say, pretty easy to call, at least it has for me. And it's been easy for the guys I'm working with because we've got everything lined up. We've got everything sectioned off. We know exactly where, we want to put things on the chart. And that's what I want to go over with you today again, is just the importance of be patient, be just sort of very pensive about what's going on, watch it, but don't go and force it, because when you force the trades, you put yourself in a position to lose money. So with that said, I want to take a look at the charts and talk about what happened today. So you can see here, we've got triple Q up, and it is trading away. And, to a lot of people, this whole thing looks like there's no opportunity to be had. The reality is we had this move higher in the morning, followed by this move lower in the morning. And what that set up for us was a really nice representation of a first sort of volume by price threshold. And that volume by price threshold lined up very nicely with our VWAP, right? This is back here is the VWAP, this is the volume by price threshold. And what those two things did together is gave us sort of an earlier than usual first opportunity on this thing. So when we had the price, come up into here and then tag back down to here, what that gave us was before, right, this other anchored VWAP wasn't here at that time. It was just the this pivot line. So we didn't know that this was going to be, a double confirmation here at that point. But when it came up and came back down again, that gave us an entry. And the first entry on this got you up to that anchored VWAP and blue pivot line there, 362.32. So that was a move from 361.88 up to 32. Nice little move, right? The second entry on this one got you right back up to the same target. Kept going. You had no way of knowing it was going to do that. So you guys have to just sort of stop kicking yourself for missing extensions. Let profits run is a great mantra. Taking money off the table when it's at your profit objective and going according to your trading plan, that's even better in my book. Then we had the move up here, right? So we had this swing move higher. And once that was in place, we were able to get an anchored volume weighted average price on it. And when the anchored VWAP was there, what that told us was that we had a good opportunity. Whoops, something's going crazy here on me. We had a good opportunity for an entry on a reversal back down into the line, right? So when it came back down here, it came back to where the anchored volume weighted average price is, and it also hit this blue pivot line. That gave us an entry. That entry was violated down to 361.88. Do you stop out at that point? No. What you do is, at least if you're me, right? I'm not giving anybody advice. We never give advice here on this show. We go down from the blue pivot, and when we get down to 361.88, that's another entry threshold. That's not where we want to get out. That's where we wanted to get in. So what we do there is we get, I think I lost my my ability to mark this thing up here. So, we might just have to go with the flow. But let me see if I can pull up a different marker so that, nope, apparently not. Okay, well, look, we're just going to watch this. So when you're down here, right, in this area here where I'm jiggling the cursor, that tells us that we want to get in again, and the stop out would be below these tails over here. So this move back down through that same support and resistance level violates that first volume weighted average price on the session. That would be the stop. So now what you have instead is a doubled up position. So your effective cost, you've gone and you have dollar cost average that I guess, and your entry there, then, just having all sorts of things go wrong here today. Your entry puts you, hang on, nothing's working now. Okay, your entry puts you into, this position that gets you then up into your profit objective again, right? So you get up to the profit target that you had, you come back down, you hit the entry line again, you hit that blue pivot line, come back up again, right back up to the target. So you're taking smaller targets on these things, but as you're hitting the smaller targets, right, you're getting an extension, and the extension that's in place then after all of this stuff plays out, that goes and puts you into the position of you've got another retracement back down to your threshold levels, and if every time that you hit those thresholds, you have another opportunity for an entry. So the whole thing's been playing out really nicely. I wish I could draw it for you, but apparently something here is just bugging out on me today. What you're going to do for the rest of the session is just focus. If you're trading this the way that I am, you are focusing on the blue pivot line here. That's a place that I think I'm going to see another opportunity for an entry. I'm also looking up above it at that, what is that, 362.78 is the level that I've got marked there. And that 362.78 level actually has a threshold for the exit. So a first target is up at 363.13, a second target up at 363.45. And, as long as all of those pieces of the puzzle keep coming together, we're going to trade it in there. If it gets up above and it gets into this range up here, right, where you see the black pivot, that's your second resistance. If it gets up there, what's going to happen is you're going to see this 2 standard deviation envelope open up. You're going to see a threshold level up there that indicates a reversion to the mean. That is going to be a spot that I definitely have a sell order sitting since in the morning. That was the inflection that drove price back down into the range between the central pivot and the first resistance. So, I think all of that makes for a fairly easy game plan to follow here. It's definitely been challenging here to keep my computer from crashing, but obviously that's the way it goes sometimes. But if you have any questions about what we talked about, then shoot me an email, shoot me a text. You guys all have my text phone number or my text number. The gist of the morning is things trade in a box. Thing has been doing very nicely as in a sideways motion, and you don't worry about we're going to capture over the course of the session probably the dollar value of the entire move that the Qs did today, and we're capturing it in the safest time of day to be trading it, where it's channeling sideways. We've got lots and lots of these are just program trades that are hitting the market. So every time the market goes up to here, it's going to get driven back down to here, up, down, up, down, up, down, until eventually it eats through that overhead volume or the volume underneath, and then it's going to form another leg of the move. And when it forms those additional legs, you want to go in, use your fib tools, use your volume by price, use your anchored VWAP, use your 2 standard deviation envelopes, and figure out where are the likely inflections, right? I'd be drawing this on the chart for you, but nothing's working today. So it's all right. It's all right. We'll get this back online and figured out. It's almost every day that there's some sort of a techno disaster with this junk. But we'll be back tomorrow to talk about some more strategies. I hope this one helps, and have a great trading day.